Jack, old green stuff told us not to come here.
What are we doing here anyway, Jack? This place gives me the creeps. Huh? Oh, stupid precursor junk. Eek! What is that dark ooze? It sure don't look friendly. The sage yaps on about the precursors that built this place all the time. Where did they go? Why did they build this crud? Now, I like precursor orbs and power cells as much as the next guy. But if you ask me, they must have been real losers. Wow! How did you do that? I think we're in trouble! Ow! Man, that stung! I told you we shouldn't have come here, and you listened! What? Okay. I'm fine.
What in green tarnation do you two want? Don't tell me. Instead of heeding my wisdom, the two of you went mucking around in the only place that I told you not to go. Misty Island and Daxter. You finally took a much-needed bath, but in a bathtub filled with dark eco. I'm gonna keep yapping, because in my professional opinion, the change is an improvement. And besides, I couldn't help you if I wanted to. There's only one person who has studied Dark Eco long enough to have a chance at returning you to your previous form. Carl Acheron, the Sage. I would teleport you there, but I can't do that either. None of the three sages that maintain the other teleporter gates have seen fit to turn their ends on for quite a while. The only other way north is by foot through the Fire Canyon. You can't just walk through it.
Continue your search for artifacts and eco. If the locals possess precursor items, you know what to do. I'd hardly call it struggle. Would you, dear sister? Don't worry about your colorful friends. You old fool. They're perfectly safe in our citadel. Our special guest. You were wrong, Samos. Dark Eco can be controlled. We've learned its secrets, and now we can reshape the world to our liking. Yes, the silos. They will be opened, and all the Dark Eco of the world will be ours.
But you could fly over it if you had a zoomer equipped with a heat shield. I just happen to be working on such a thing at this very moment. All I would need is 20 power cells to give it enough energy to withstand the canyon's heat. Isn't that right, Daddy? From the villagers. Greasing their palms with a few precursor orbs should do the trick. And I bet there are even more of them out in the wilds just waiting for some brave adventurer to find.
Deal harshly with anybody who strays from the village. We will attack it in due time.
Certainly not. The Red Sage gave up with so little effort. No fun at all. They have graciously agreed to help us on a little project. Till now, we've had to scrape by with what little Dark Eco we could find near the surface. But soon, we will have access to the vast stores of Dark Eco hidden deep underground. Oh, don't look so upset, Samos. We've got big plans for you.
Oh, don't tell me that you two have problems as well. First I hear of monster sightings near the village, and now this. See those gears up there, boys? See them? See how they're not moving? That means our village has no power. The eco beam coming from the jungle temple has been interrupted. And boys, everyone's too frightened to go out and find out what's happened. Yeah? Oh, you're funny. Now look, if you two fix the eco beam, I'll give you a power cell. Oh, and another thing, if by any chance you're interested in making a contribution to my re-election campaign, I might be willing to part with yet another power cell. The minimum contribution is a very modest 90 precursor orbs.
Well, hello there, my dear boy. You've caught me at a most inopportune moment. I was to set off on my journeys yesterday, but I seem to be a spot short on the old precursor orbs. I would have pledged my word that I had 90 of them, But I gather that your young friend, the little annoying, miserably ugly one, might have just pilfered them as a sort of a spot of fun. Anyway, would you be kind enough to loan your dear old uncle 90 Precursor orbs so he can get underway? I would offer you a power cell in return.
Gotta milk those yak cows. Gotta milk those yak cows. Oh, it's you. Oh, just resting my tired bones. I've been trying to get those ornery yak cows back into the pen all day. Some strange creatures tried to steal them earlier. You think you could help an old man and try to get them back into the corral? Hey, my yak cows are still on the loose. Could you bring them back for me already? Those darn yak cows are still roaming free. Ain't you gonna chase them into the corral already?
Nothing to talk about. Them monsters patrolling the ocean took a bite out of me fishing rig. And now they're gobbling up me catch. No matter what I try, I can't seem to catch a single fish in this river. You think you can do better? Try scooping up river fish with a tiny net. I'll give you a power cell if you can catch 200 pounds of them critters. And then I'll let you and Shrimp here use my speedboat to get to Misty Island. You want to try the challenge? Well, if you want to try for the power cell sometime, you know where to find me. Want to try and beat the river, do ya?
Oh my, what a horribly sick little bird. Oh, sorry, I thought you were a spotted orange-bellied rainframe. You know, yesterday I saw some terribly vicious creatures capture a mother flut-flut near the beach. Do an old lady a favor, and I'll give you a power cell.
Hey! Little furry dude! Oh, I thought for a moment you were my muse. Haven't you ever seen a muse before? It's a little glowing squirrel about your size, full of spunk, and crazy as a lark. As a matter of fact, without my muse, I just can't sculpt. But with her around, I see beauty in everything, you know? Right now, I couldn't chisel my way out of a box. I just hope she's all right. It's worth a power cell if you bring her back to me.
Howdy, friends. Enjoying my beautiful swamp? I own these here parts. Everything that doesn't sink into the mud, that is. What's a bathtub? Anyway, I got bigger problems now. Seems some nasty lurker varmints are grousing about, snatching everything they can get their grubby little paws on, and scaring away my pet hip hog, Farley. He's been missing for nigh on to a coon's age. Will you help me out? Well, if you change your mind, you know where to find me.
Who awakens the oracle? Wait, one of you has the light within. From before time, I have watched and waited for the true hero to return. Present to me 120 Precursor orbs for each power cell I contain.
Oh no, not another hero. Trust me, the smart money's on the monster. That wager pretty much tapped me out. So, I got a proposal. Bring me 90 orbs to get me back on my feet and out of this barrel, and I'll give you a power cell in return. And if you're game, I do have one more bet online. For that, I'll give you another power cell.
You two look like a couple of capable fellows. I've got a research project going, and maybe you could help me out. Well, perhaps we can help each other. I've been studying the burrowing habits of lightning moles in the Precursor basin next to our village for years. If you could herd them back into their burrowing tunnels, you might just save their lives. I've got a power cell that says you can do it. Nice try. But I would be willing to part with another power cell if you two find me 90 Precursor orbs for my research equipment. Fair enough?
Oh, my aching head. Oh, sure, I was tough once. Maybe even the toughest of them all. I single-handedly defended this village from those horrid creatures for almost a year. I climbed the hill to take him on, but he pounded me like one tenderizes a yakkow steak. But alas, he disappeared before we had a chance to turn it on. And he took all of his power cells with him. Oh, sure, and seal my doom? All right, fine. Bring me 90 Precursor orbs and I'll let the pontoons loose. But I'm not going to fight that monster again.
You think, Willard? Howdy, strangers. Passing through? Us too. Well, we gotta be moving on. Nothing to see here. What Birdbrain here is trying to say is, we may have a few power cells laying around, and we might be willing to part with them for 90 orbs each. Well, smarty pants, we got 12 more years of digging to figure that out. 90 orbs of power cell, Willard!
Hey, Gordy, I think we got visitors. I thought you said this was a priceless gem worth...
Willard!
We got 4 of them. Do you want them? Gordy, wouldn't it take less time if you dug too? Gordy?
Good work, fellows! Old Samos was right about you! Great piles of precursor metal! That insidious mechanical creation must not be allowed to wreak its terrible havoc! I will try to actuate the shield door by eliciting a conduit of energy between myself and the vast portal below! Jack, you have an incredible talent for channeling eco! Samos, you may have been right about this one after all!
You finally come to rescue. Do you know how long I've been in here? What took you so long? And, what are your names? You've got to stop Gaul from launching the robot. I'll use my eco power to help open the shield door.
Who would have thought I'd live to see the day when I needed to be rescued by a boy and his muskrat? I'm gonna give Gaul and Maya a little payback for this embarrassment. Then we'll see about cooking up some muskrat stew.